Welcome back, everybody, to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time, we seem to have had some complications with the sister who might have murdered her other sister. That is not the truth. Someone else did it. This person has a long ties with their family. Let's see what's going to happen. Watch last time if you haven't already. What are you doing? Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fay. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. Better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss May Fay, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts in this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct. Sir! Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use the floor map of the office as an example. The body was found by this window here. The cause of death should be simple enough. Lots of blood due to being struck by a blunt object. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker. This thing right here. Next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon even in a girl's hand. Sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. You're still calling it a statue. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence to believe so. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Oh, crap! I skipped the last part. I gotta go. The moment you say, very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. What? I couldn't see a single smack. Hey, May, I just threw something at me. What's this? My sister couldn't find any contraction in the witness to bluff it and press the witness on every detail. Works all the time. I should have expected. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Alright, so I'm going to go to that last bit so I can read it. The witness saw Maya Fay at the... Hold on just one second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did it, correct? Yeah, did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink claims was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes! Gah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor. There was something I should have told you first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on victim of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. The lab test, the results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Look how they're all like, how you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin, I have a question for you, Gumshoe, Your Honor. Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
Woo! Yeah! Okay. I am all out of tea.
I'm just hearing this my own eyes. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh ho ho. Then who did write it, my man? Who, the killer. The killer? Anyone can see that. Oh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name, buddy? Please. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Ah, irk. I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Erg. Well, detective, tell us who... The word Maya was clearly written in blood. What? Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victims actually write the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the times in books and in the movies. This isn't a movie, detective. It's a video game. Oof. Let's talk reality. I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point.
Stop right there.
The witness' opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order, order. That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be something in the contract. And did you find any evidence? No, don't jump to gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. Do you have proof it was Maya who wrote it? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. You sound pretty confident. What kind of tests were these again? Oh, what kind? Well, I hear they take the little bits in blood and hemoglobin, or hermoglobin bobbin. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I am no expert on blood test results. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah. I look forward to your next evaluation. Should you? Oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? Which hand was the right hand? She was right-handed. Aha, nice try. Uh-oh, I guess I wasn't too hard. Before she died. Oh, I already did. My bad. Didn't mean to do that again. Let me move my mouth so I don't go freaking. What is that? Oh, it's my arm. It's just that. That's what he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contract in there. Let me find it. Oh, crap. Right-handed. I'm trying to think what would work. Oh, I freaking Miss May. Could have been Miss May. Hold on. The witness was in her hotel room, not the office. Trying to try pulling the other leg, Mr. Wright. Yeah, and while you're pull mine too.
Well detected.
Oh, that's funny.
While you're at it, pull mine too. It kind of needs popping.
Why do I feel like... No. Oh, crap. I'm gonna mess up, man. Alright, so I got that. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Let me just save real quick. So I don't know how this is gonna go. No, crap. I just show him the paper. Crap. But it's not a memo. Oh my god. But it wasn't a memo. It was a receipt. I don't know if that means anything, but come on, shut up. I don't care. Christ, on the bike. Why can't I remember? And it was red. Before she died, she wrote the killer's name. Also, there was a... That wasn't it! What do I keep? Screwing up! Oh my god. This is tough. I'm trying to think of like what could really that ain't gonna work. I don't know why I thought it was gonna work. Crap, man. I'm trying to think. Like, before she died, the killer... I mean, the victim wrote the killer's name. But how do we know that... Well, I mean, they said, like, the blood on there. Nope. That ain't it. Oh, what should it be? What if I say I did? It could have been me. What? So it was you? No, no, no. I'm just saying it could have been me. Can you prove it wasn't? Hold on. So you admit to this? You admit that you wrote the note? Listen to me, Mr. Wright. This is a court of law, and I expect you to refrain from making thoughtless statements. Amateur. Well, detective, tell us what you found. He just asked, like, what it is. No, this won't help. I was thinking it's like one of those recorders that records, like, audio in the room. Kind of like a microphone. Like one of those. But I don't think it is. How was it? Oh man. Well, he doesn't bring it up on the map. I'm thinking, like, just show him the paper, but it's like, if I show him the paper... But, see, that doesn't work. Do you have proof it was wrong? Of course I do, pal. But that does not look like it was written with. There was blood on found. Okay, see. Don't jump the gun, yada yada. Just come next to it. Quickly run blood. Goblin. Also, there was. What finger was it on before you died? You put the. Detective Gumshoe. Ugh, gosh, this is actually taking me a minute because I'm trying to think.
Like, you could definitely say. You could definitely say.
This is also in the original game, by the way, so not just me using safe hacks. Safe scumming, but. There it is! I should have thought of that! Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim Mia Fey wrote this note. Actually, my cat is actually Mia. My cat is actually named after Mia. That she was accusing the defendant Mia Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This is one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards. The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order, order! The defense has a point. Someone who died instantaneously wouldn't have the time to write anything down. You're right, I beg your pardon, but how exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? It was the day after the morning, the prosecuting point being the autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? Second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a object. This is possibly the victim lived for several minutes after the blow, receiving these. No way, Your Honor. It's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write down me. That's all. Damn you, Edgeworth! Should have known you have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. I'm a sham! Can I just not say anything? Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe? I'm disappointed in you handling him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Aw, poor Gumshoe. Your Honor, I submitted this report to the court. May! Oh, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call a snatch with it. The poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. I wonder who it could be! Let the witness, April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service. Wink.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. I think, yeah, okay, it should be. I was about to say, does it look like it?
Aw, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder had occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was like 9 at night.
It doesn't say the time.
I looked out the window, you know, and then, ooh! I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. That one attacking her was a mousy little girl sitting in a defendant chair. When the woman, dodged to one side and ran, and that girl got caught and hit up her head. Then the woman with long hair, she kind of slumped. The end, that's all I say. Every little pissy winsy wink.
Judge, I did not trust it. Well, Your Honor, I see. It's a remarkable testimony. Say it is. I don't see. Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss May Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her technique well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. And then, George, if you think I'm not going to do it, shut up. I'm glad I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edward doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Alright, let's go. She dodged? Dodged what?
The attack.
How did you know it was my client? Well, first of all, she had a girly physique, and secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her? She has a point. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Erp. What's the blinds were closed? Right, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. What does this mean? Okay, if you really had witnessed my client May Fay, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. I'm no expert on fashions, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentioned neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But, still, we don't know if she was dressed that way in the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. I love that. Sorry. What do you say to that, Miss May?
Rawr! Are you trying to say you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trillion little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like you to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink!
Your testimony begins, if you would. Damn, I almost had her.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman dodged the first attack and ran to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran out right after her.
She hit her with that weapon. I saw her do that clock. That kind of statue clock thing. Well, does the echo not startle you?
Please.
Oh, would you have been so detailed? Beginning, let's begin. Is that right? As in, you're right? As you look from the hotel room? Which kind of hand do I... Right! Satisfied, Mr. Wright, please continue. Clock. Did this come up in another recent one? Oh, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you like that, wouldn't you, naughty neighbor?
You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Yep. The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defendant is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, of course, you will withdraw your questions, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. As you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, once.
Objection sustained. You may continue your question. That was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
Well, that's because I heard it. Yes, I heard it say the time.
So you've been to the law office of Fay & Co.
No. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. Tee-hee.
The law office of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard it was a clock. Well, nope, not satisfied. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that it's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly take a look right now? Oh, see anything interesting in there, Your Honor? It's as the defense would say. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, could you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is, as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar!
Fat?
Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. What? Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. The pickle! Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clock removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there was no contractions. That's possible. Clock might have been implied after she heard it. And that's exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove that? Yes, I can! I can! I have a phone! And, look at my arm. Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone.
Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. Grumble. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. Gosh, Sam, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just wanted me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clockwork isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame. I take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. A.m., not P.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness ever arrived at her hotel.
Ma?
Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock?
Well, it's obvious. I saw that clock before. What store was it again? I got so many minutes. I forgot week.
So the witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Yes, I have an objection. Oh, Clay, she said it before, but this is directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well, let's see it, please. Made by Larry Butts. It's simple. The clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made the clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is still sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Hey, got him. Oh, excuses not on sale today. Oh my.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh, silly me! Did I, lose it? Well, I guess I did. Tee wink.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defendant have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain. Miss April May knew the weapon because you held it. In familiar territory, just the same way as you had it in your hand. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. Order. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed May of Faye. Say it. And when you struck, the force of the impact made the thinker ring. That's when you heard it. Tisk, tisk. You truly are a work of art, Mr. Wright. What's that supposed to mean? It means it was you who just proved that the thinker was empty. Oh, or of course it wouldn't ring. that's more the witness had a... Well, Miss May, perhaps you could explain to the more misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove she did.
It would be my pleasure.
No way. Yes way, Mr. Lawyer.
Tee.
Didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? Gee, that's the same time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. So gently the bellboy corroborates the witness story. I can't say that word. Ergo, she was not at the scene of crime. Rock solid.
Highly doubt. Highly doubt. Because if it wasn't her, Mr. Wright, you just made a serious...
Wait, Your Honor, I figured it out. There is one other way. This make Kanono with a clock. One way alone. I approve. Well, prove. You say then. Take a look at this. Ah! Oh, that. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were taping the victim Mia Faye's phone, were you not? Oh! Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness had in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous! Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim... I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Oh, we are back. Oh, I'm back. Listen, one more to the conversation. Mia, what's up? You haven't called me? What is this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like this thing. Thinker, Miss April May, you use a wiretap to listen to the conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness' face. Doesn't she seem amused to you? The defendant demands an answer. The witness, answer the question. Did you tap the phone? Miss May, shut up! All of you, shut up! You lawyer!
It's not fair, all of you getting up on me like this. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
Oh my god. That did it. The court seems the real Miss April May now. Now to deal with the final one. Alright. Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tapping irrelevant? God, she's saying exactly what Edgar wants her to say. Miss May, you were taping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy. Well, does the defense... Right on with the cross-examination. Do you have none, Your Honor? Wait, Your Honor? Yes, Mr. Wright? The defense would like to call the bellboy after all. Tisk, tisk, tisk. As I thought. May I remind you, dear Mr. Wright, should you question the bellboy and Miss April May's alibi prove to be solid, then by default your client will be pronounced guilty. Are you prepared to accept the conditions? Edgeworth, he's got me backed into a corner. But I don't see any other way to take this. I accept. Very well, the court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we are ready to for the witness to testify. Certainly does look like a bellboy. He does. Hello, sir. I really see your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks heavy, so without further ado, the witness begins the testimony. Alright. I'm the head bellboy at the fine the Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. After she asked me to bring her on. Wait a minute! Because he said 9. How? Nine on a dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program 9 at the time of the murder. Alright, sorry, my bad. Let me save, too, so I don't gotta go that far back. You sure it was her herself? Absolutely. Absolutely? Yes, as in so very absolutely, sir. Man, your resume. How come you're so very... And she's the guest, sir. Favor me with, an embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser, is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by her dress area. No, we're not done. Protest. Wait! Please wait. Yes, does the defendant have something to add? One last question. Let me ask you one last question. And I must object to character rules. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, right. Tell me about the check-in. Tell me when you checked in. This way. See. Excuse me, what exactly was a disappointment? Said she... Say? What did you say? Or rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth right now. Did Miss Wade check in with another person? I object. That was objectable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite indeed. I was a good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... You asked me not to mention if it was specifically asked, sir. Oof! You fool! I've done it. I've won! Miss April checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In the light of a new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. When you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Oof. Your Honor, As has been previously revealed, Miss April May was taping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself was an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The boy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man in the courtroom. Ooh! Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough! The court acknowledges the defendant's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That's all today for the trial of Miss May Fay. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? Messed up a few times. I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, well, I was just doing my job, you know. And again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes widened and trembling lips.
It sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. No, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial. I believe that man was Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happens to Miss May after that anyways? I heard that they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work every way. She's probably at the detention center right now. I may have to go down there later. Alright, this is the case. The case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this other man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry. I'll find tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during tomorrow's trial, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony is all a lie. In fact, there's only one part that has sticking out. Anyway, it's time to hit the pavement and do some investigation. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. And that'll be next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. I gotta go pee.